to season 2. Guess what, Jamie? Episode 7. Episode 7 of Perfect Space, guys. What's up? Y'all join on. Y'all know we get started at 9:05 on the dot. Go ahead and get on. Share. Again, we are live from the Perfect Space page, our YouTube page, and my personal page because it's all connected in one. So get in where you fit in. I'm gonna try to pull it up on my personal page.
Which one does you pull up on?
Perfect Space page, and then I'm gonna pull up all of the comments as well, so we can see all of you guys. We don't want to leave anybody out. We want to see everybody. Let's see here. How's y'all Sunday going? Truth be told, I'm still drunk in the spirit, y'all. When I say drunk, baby drunk in the spirit.
I'm dead and tired. I ain't get a chance to go.
Hi, Mother Smalls. God bless your heart and all your parts. Of course, guys, when you get on, share.
Your mother's watching. Hey, Carl.
You speak.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, Mom. How are you? Share when you get on, guys. Listen, today's been a day. It's been a day. Y'all I was going to come here with cute little makeup on and get all dolled up and stuff tonight, but I was like, the way church was today and how my bishop told all my makeup on, all that crying and carrying on, and we tilt that little corner, I couldn't get myself together.
Babe, you're still cute. Still a little baddie.
A little baddie?
Yeah. That is what the young boys say?
I don't know.
You got the gap.
No, this is got.
Got that gap.
Got that gap. Got that gap. I'm like, oh my God, these kids are so no manners. I don't want to have the gap around the children at all. But as you guys get on, share. Again, if this is your first time joining us at Perfect Space, I'm Lori, and his name is... What's your name?
My name is Jamie Carr.
He doesn't know his name. As you can see, that he is a special child.
I am not special.
You are special.
I'm favored.
That's why you're the special child.
By the Most High.
Yes, by the Most High God. But as I was saying, if this is your first time, I'm Lori. I'm Jamie.
See that? See, God. See. You see what God did? See what God did in that moment?
That's right.
He will make your enemies your foot. What?
Well, technically, he is Julius.
Come on.
Julius. Off of Everybody Hates Chris, because that's how you be acting around here.
I do not act like Julius.
You do act like Julius.
I like to put stuff
I'm Lauren. He is Jamie. And this is the Perfect Space Podcast. You're tuning in, and it is season 2, episode 7. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Perfect Space Matters on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Also, this is a platform where we talk. We have real, authentic conversations, guys. We don't leave no stone unturned. We give the truth. We do it in love, and as we are growing on our journey to create perfect spaces for ourselves, we hope that as you go on this journey with us, that you'll be creating those perfect spaces in your own home as well. So our job is for us to all grow together, and that's our main goal, is for us to all grow together. It's almost time to start. We are 1 minute down. 1 minute down. Y'all, let me tell y'all, I am pushing through tonight. And best friend, you saw it when you asked me that question, like, "Ooh, friend, you all right?" I'm trying to push through. I feel a little queasy, but I done gave it to God. I'm not worried about it.
All right.
Ain't no devil in hell can stop what I got going on. So I'm gonna push through. Hey, Miss Teresa, what's up, girl? How you doing, boo? How are you? You ready to go back to school tomorrow? Don't answer that. I already know the question. I already know the answer to that question. We ain't ready. I don't think none of us ready to go back to work tomorrow. But why the weekend feel like a lunch break?
I want to go back to work tomorrow. I'm ready to go back to work.
You always ready to go back to work.
That's
just you. That's just who you are. How are you joining on my thing?
I'm just back. I can't go back.
No, I need you to see the comments on the other page. See, you
so
don't follow.
You so controlling.
Hey, Santana.
Just want to rule me. You so ruly.
Friend, don't run. When I say I am pushing through, I am going to push through. Listen, when I say I was 2 seconds, like, you know what? I can't do this tonight. Yes, I can. Yes, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Come on.
All things.
Come on.
Nothing's impossible with my Father.
All right.
So I'm going to push through. And I'm so glad you guys are here with us. It is 9:06, so we missed our start time.
What time are we supposed to start at?
9:05.
Girl, just make it do what it do.
We're going to make it do it. Y'all, guess what the topic is tonight?
What we talking
What's
about?
up, Nori Boo? Intimacy.
Wow. Something Lord don't know how to do.
Wow. Well, that escalated quickly. I do know how to be intimate.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Trees, I do.
Since when?
We mean since when?
Since when?
I do know how to be intimate. I'm an expert in intimacy.
With yourself.
Oh my God, you are so rude tonight. But it's all right. Once again, I'm going to push through. You know, he's being so rude. I mean, he came out the gate swinging. Okay, Julius.
Wow.
Okay, sis, I don't know. Tell me what intimacy is to you.
Let me laying up and just holding each other.
Oh, okay.
I'm smothering you like a big thing of family pack of pork chops.
What?
I'm smothering you like, I'm on you like rice on gravy.
Do we need to end this live?
That ain't intimacy.
Smothering me like rice on gravy.
Yeah. Or a big thing of pork chops.
A family. When the last time we had pork chops?
I don't know.
Oh my God! Wow, that's intimacy.
Yeah.
So being in my space,
No, just like cuddle.
cuddling,
Yeah.
is intimacy. That's what it means. That's your definition.
Cause cuddling is not being intimate.
Don't ask me. I'm just asking to say your definition. I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
So I'm wrong.
I did not say you were wrong.
So you don't like to be smothered like pork chop? Let me know now. You don't want to be smothered like a pork chop. All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Maybe not like a pork chop.
Not like a pork chop. All
Maybe not. What I think intimacy is, I guess it's kind of hard to put it. I guess it's hard to put it in one. I feel like intimacy is leaning in on your partner's love languages. So one of my love languages is quality time. So no matter what, intimacy for me could be us laying right here on this couch, and I'm laying on you and I'm watching a movie, or you could be the one side of the couch and I'm one side and I'm on the other side, just us having time together, the one-on-one time. It doesn't have to be, because physical touch is not one of my love languages, but it's yours. It does not have to be necessarily that.
One of mine.
I know most men say physical touch is their love language or whatever, but I feel like whatever my love language is, getting that is what I consider intimacy or whatever. And like I said, quality time. My favorite intimate moments are like having those like long, like that's how you say long talks.
Oh yeah.
Like those talks where we just lay in the bed and we end up talking for hours. I don't think it could be about anything. I just being goofy and laughing. Like I feel like it's intimacy when I feel like a kid around you. Like when I feel like it's like that childlike. I could be goofy and free and just be myself with no judgment. It's a level of transparency. I put it that way. When I can be in full transparency, where I don't have to hide nothing. I feel like that's intimacy for me. I do want to make this point. I feel like intimacy requires transparency.
It does.
And respect and openness, because I feel like you can't be intimate with somebody unless you transparent with them. That's the difference between lust and intimacy.
Right.
And I mean, I'm fine. So
Come
you do lust.
You got a response.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, you're bad at this.
Yeah.
You have to be watching comments on it. Okay,
Yeah.
I got one. What's up, Brandon? Okay. Hey, Justin. Intimacy. Into me, how and when do you both realize that the other person was seeing you? Ooh, Brandon, that's a good one. He said, how do you realize when the person was seeing you? Like seeing you for who you were? If I'm asked, or if I'm reading your question right, how did we realize that we were seeing each other? Like, I think for me, how I realized Jamie was seeing me is when he saw where I lacked emotionally, physically, mentally, monetarily or whatever, and he didn't. I didn't have to say anything. He immediately spoke into my future or did things to help me walk into my purpose. So that's when I felt like he saw me or whatever, which is to me is another level of intimacy that person can see where you're lacking. Like he saw me with perfect space before I started to say I was going to do it or whatever. I would talk about it and I would put it down. I wouldn't say anything about it, but he stayed on me. He spoke into my future about it. He prayed with me about it. He looked at like he always was doing things to move me towards purpose. So I feel like that's when I realized that okay, he see me for who I am, not for sometimes from the place where I feel like I walk in a lot of rejection for myself, and I sometimes shine a light on my faults or whatever, and I self-sabotage. Even in those moments when I was doing that, he still saw enough in me to say, okay, I see this in you. What can I do to help? Or not even what can I do to help? This is what you're going to do. I'm going to push you to the greatness into your goal. How do you feel like I saw you?
I mean, I can't even come back after that. I mean, because it was just, I mean, you killed it, baby. You nailed it on the head.
Okay, nail it on the head. I'm going to nail you to the cross.
If you did, you took everything. I mean, you just, I can't even come back after that.
Okay, can't come back after that.
But all jokes aside, Lori is right. Finding areas where we both were, where we both needed help at. For me, I always say, what you mean? For me, I always say that what really caught my attention was when Lori spoke into my life, and she saw me being in the place where I'm at now. She always would say, "Oh, I see you, doing this in ministry. I see you, having this, surplus or doing this within your, your gift or within your business or whatever the case would be." And I really gravitate, towards that. And so for me, that's what really made me say, you know what, hey, this is, the one for me.
Mr. B, let me ask you a question. Are you looking for the one? Are you searching for the one? Have you put yourself out there to be seen?
Yeah, and you can't be shy.
And I'm just asking. You don't have to answer because I'm gonna catch you at church anyway.
Do we know who the person is?
Or do I need to find the person?
Text me, Doc.
Because that could be arranged as well. I like to be a matchmaker. Shameless plug. If you need a man, if you need a woman, come find me. He's a great question. I bet it is a good question. I want to go here real quick.
Okay.
So, I feel like to experience intimacy with your partner, because we are talking about relationships here. I feel like you need to know your partner's love language. I feel like it's almost impossible to experience intimacy without knowing your partner's love language. And I'm going to go over the ones, the most common ones. So words of affirmation, expressing love through spoken word or written word, compliments, words of encouragement. 2, acts of service, demonstrating love through helpful actions and deeds such as doing tasks or chores for your partner. Receiving gifts, feeling love through the giving and receiving of thoughtful gifts that hold sentimental value. Quality time, which is my favorite, focusing on spending meaningful and undivided time together, engaging in activities or simply being present. Physical touch, feeling love through physical touch expressions like hugs, kisses, and any form of physical contact. So I feel like 1, you need to know your partner's love language, and 2, you need to do checkups on your love language because I know before when we first got started dating or whatever, I can't say any of these fit into.
I was gonna say because they constantly change.
Yeah.
As you develop and grow, they constantly change. I mean, what you want, what Lori requires now from me is not what she once required last year. Maybe a few months ago.
Right.
And so I think for me, one of the struggles in our marriage was being able to navigate quickly to those needs as it pertains to intimacy, right? Because of course, men and women, we wired it different. Women got to have, a woman got to have this, and a man has this, have that. And for me, not realizing that I'm dropping the ball in that area is, a deal breaker for her and for our marriage and for our household. Because for me, I was checking all the right boxes, providing, taking care of the kids, helping out with the kids, just, checking off all the boxes. But that one box. And she was like, well, why we ain't, you ain't gotta, screw me tonight. I need intimacy. I'm like, what?
We doing it. How you think? That's what he said. We doing it.
We doing it. Like, what you want? And I didn't want to. At the time, it came off kind of frustration. Well, I was kind of frustrated at the moment because I didn't know that I wasn't fulfilling a need at the time. So I would definitely, just definitely push you all if you, in the marriage, relationship, or whatever the case may be, definitely continue to do constant check-ins with your mate, your spouse.
Justin Council said, do you think someone's love language stays the same or is determined by a seasons of their life? I agree. Like I was saying, before when I was dating, I don't feel like any of these fit into what I feel like is my love language. But I think that's because I was immature. I did not know who I was, and I had low self-esteem. So I just will receive anything. So it didn't matter if you gave me words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality times, physical touch. I was just happy to be called somebody's girlfriend. So because I didn't know who I was. So it was a lack on my end. So when we got married or further on in our dating and I started to require more, it was a challenge because like, okay, you ain't need none of this before. Why you need it now? I want the case for me. And I never was a words of affirmation person or whatever. But I think that's because I struggle with low self-esteem. And my way of covering my insecurity or my, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess my insecurity in that, I always say, well, I don't need you to tell me I love you. Just do it. Which was a lie because I needed to hear that, oh, you're beautiful. I needed to hear that I love you. I needed to hear those things. But because I didn't want to be vulnerable in those places or whatever the case, because I felt like I've already been disappointed enough, hurt enough, or what the case would be, I got to be a thug. I got to have a whole bunch of masculine energy and bring that to my relationship or whatever. I don't
want you being hard over it.
Yeah, and I had to learn. I had to learn how to be soft. Yeah. And it didn't come overnight. It took years for me to learn.
I was like, babe, I love you. Get off me.
No, I ain't do all that.
So, lie.
I ain't do all that.
I used to do that, babe. Come give me a little. You lie.
Now, one thing I struggle with, and y'all probably gonna laugh and be like, you lying. I struggle with kissing. Like, I don't know what it is. Getting close to my face, it almost drives me into like a panic. Oh my God.
That's what it is.
What is it?
You just don't love me.
I do love you. More than you know. More than you know.
Love is what love does.
Well, I struggle with that. That's one physical touch that I struggle with. I don't want nobody slobbing me down. Ooh.
Not slobbing you down.
Yeah, because you a nasty kisser.
What about pecking you down?
Well, you can't peck too. Like, you got to, and then back away. Like, you can't go, because I feel like I can't breathe.
I want to do like the movie. I don't want to do it like
how to do in the movies?
Yeah.
This is how they cover the face over there. That's how they do it.
Yeah, I don't feel like I do.
Why you have to do your shoulders like that?
That's how they be doing. Like, it don't take all of that, boy.
The kiss?
It's the kiss? So what
So like I was saying,
yeah, we did get off kind of off topic. What do you think one of my love languages are?
Definitely words of affirmation. And that's been from the time we were dating and to now, and I struggle with that. Ooh.
And I need you to get on it. Y'all pray for her in that.
I struggle with that because I felt like I was patting you on the back, for doing what you already supposed to do. Like, why am I paying you in the back for paying all the bills in the house? You live here too. Or whatever. And I had to get out of myself and realize that's not what he's asking. What he's asking is to be appreciated as a man in his household. And sometimes it would annoy me, and I think it's because of how I grew up and what I experienced is seeing with my mom. Like, my mama always just came through. No matter if she was married or not, she always came through for her children or whatever. So I felt like, okay, well, I'm a married man. I'm a married man that's going to do what he's supposed to do. And I ain't patting you on the back to do what you're supposed to do. And I had to realize it's not necessarily patting them on the back. It's just showing appreciation.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? You know, you don't have to do this. You choose to do this. Because please don't get mistaken. Ladies, if you have a good spouse, a good relationship, somebody that goes above and beyond, when you go, I'm just talking about monetarily right now. I'm not saying other stuff or whatever, because other stuff is included. But if you do have a husband that pays majority of all the bills, or just pays bills, period. Even if you pay bills, it don't matter. So it's a choice. It is a choice to keep. It's a choice to stay in marriage. It's a choice to the daily, being with a person. It's a choice for him to come and say, you know what? I ain't gonna buy this new guitar I want. I'm gonna pay the daggone rent, in the truck payment, in the insurance, in the lights, it's a choice.
I ain't buy a guitar in a while.
You had it. You deserve one. I might buy it.
I ain't buy strings in a while.
Well, theirs just gave you strings for your
It was actually a 4-string guitar. I didn't see that too.
It's okay. But you go get one more string and it don't kill your pockets. You got it, big dog. But I had to realize, like, he just wants to be appreciated. He just wanted the moment to say, you know what, I appreciate you for doing what you do. Or what I am blessed. And I feel like sometimes we take it for granted that how blessed we are. And no, he is not perfect by any means. Does he get on my nerve?
I ain't perfect by far.
By far. And there's other things that he can work on. But we communicate about it. But in that department, let's say this, if your partner is winning in a department and they may be struggling in another department, don't let what they're struggling with trump what they're actually doing good in.
Oh, yeah.
Take the moment to celebrate them in that. Because if you celebrate them in that and you're not honing in on everything they're doing wrong, sometimes they're pushed to do, like, you know what? My baby always graduated. Let me try to work on this. I'm going to go the extra mile. Yeah. Or whatever, but we always focusing on what the person is doing wrong 24/7 or whatever, and not the thing they're actually doing good on. I mean, it diminishes their spirit, and that's whether male or female.
Yeah, you gotta give grace.
Sometimes I get upset. Like, sometimes Jamie can't cook inside of the house. We've discussed this online.
I can cook
deer sausage.
Okay, I can cook breakfast food, pancakes.
And how often do you cook breakfast food?
I recently cooked breakfast food 2 weeks ago.
For who?
Everybody, but you chose that. You said you didn't want none. Jordan, basically all the kids.
That wasn't 2 weeks ago.
That was
like it was like last year.
Okay, no.
It was last year.
3 weeks ago.
It was last year.
3 weeks ago. But whenever I do cook, you like, I don't want it, but go ahead, take your story.
But what I'm saying is,
because you about to lie before all these people.
I ain't lying. You don't cook in the house.
I do cook.
I want you to go cook dinner.
Dinner?
Yes, I want to come home and not have to worry about dinner sometimes.
I do takeout though.
The stuff right here nasty. It just folded off, baby. It ain't the same. We need a long haul.
Because Shoney's had the same thing last weekend.
They did. I think I look a little rough today.
It did look rough. I was like, man, I'm disappointed. Go ahead, baby. Sorry.
But
I noticed that. Go ahead, though. I'm sorry.
But sometimes I want you to do other things. Like right now, acts of service, because we are so busy. And one thing I hate that you say, women have you got your duties and I got my duties. No, we do not. No, we do not. There's no duties at all. I feel like everything is a team and we do everything. I may be better at some things than you are. You may be better at some things. I feel like it's a team. It's a team. But one thing I need is more acts of service. Now, sparingly, when you folded those clothes, I could have jumped you down like a Jack Clark dog. You been sexy putting up them clothes, boy. We went to go fold my little drawers. You see, got right there. You put the finger. They turn me on, dog. That's a level of intimacy for me.
I'm gonna go do it tonight.
You gonna go fold clothes tonight?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I'm already trying to get out the sick and shut in. Okay.
I better make. I'm gonna go fold clothes.
No, you can't go fold no clothes. Sit down. Justin said, "Oh, we gotta change. I have I get to. I don't have to pay bills. I'm blessed to be B2. I don't have to cook for this man, but I mean, I get to. I get it. I get what you're saying, Justin. Or whatever. Justin, my cousin. I get what you're saying. I don't have to, but I get to. We got to change how we say things. I like that, Justin. A lot of women, and myself included, we like to say, I got to cook for him. No, I get the opportunity to serve my spouse.
There you go.
I get the opportunity. He gets the opportunity to provide for his family. I feel like there's such a negative connotation around things we do for our spouses or our families. I feel like sometimes it's so negative. Hey, Ranisha. Hey, Matt. Hey, Grandma. I'm missing some people that was on here. I feel like we sometimes we get an attitude. I say I gotta cook for you. It's not I gotta cook for you. I get the opportunity to serve my husband. And serve, ladies, is not a bad thing.
It's honoring.
It's honoring. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell y'all about an argument we had. Maybe what?
We don't argue. We just have deep.
But we don't holler. We don't be hollering. We have some discussions that get a little mild, get a little hot sauce on them.
No.
Yes, it is.
Like hot and spicy.
I had to call my friend Chanel to get me off cliff on this one because I was ready to cuss you.
You did cuss.
Did I cuss you?
Grandma Long, woman of God, cussing.
I did not cuss you. He telling a lie on me. A lie, I don't care who tell it as long as it's being told.
So go ahead.
So, that was 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. There was no school because it was cold and it was raining. It was raining. So I said, you know what? And I said, you know what? I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna cook breakfast in the morning because all the kids is home. But I was laying in the bed. It was around about 9:40 something. I was like, you know what? I ain't cooking no breakfast. I went there and fixed the kids some cereal.
I fixed cereal.
No, he fixed the kids some cereal. I laid in. He fixed the kids some cereal. And then he left and said, well, I'm leaving. I'm going to go to work. So by the time he got back, it was around about almost 12 o'clock around that time. And he called me before he came back and he was like, hey, you still gonna cook breakfast? And I'm like, no. I mean, it ain't breakfast time no more. But I am here fixing the kids some food or whatever. I'm about to cook some stuff for lunch. I'm gonna do some chicken salad or whatever. He was like, well, so you ain't gonna cook? I was like, no. I said, but Jamie, you know how to make fried piece of bologna, cook eggs, and put it on a piece of bread. That's what he wanted, a breakfast sandwich. Eggs, fried bologna, bread and cheese, y'all. He can make all those things. I was like, the stuff is in there, so you can make it yourself if you want to. I immediately sensed his mood and everything changed on the phone. All right, bye. I said, I know this African ain't mad about no breakfast sandwich.
I wasn't mad. And I didn't change anything. I said, all right, talk to you later.
He was a liar.
I said, all right, talk to you later.
He's a liar. Liar, pants on fire.
I said, all right, talk to you later. She wanted me to be mad. She wanted me to be upset.
He was mad.
You know how women be mad.
So he came in the house, y'all. Oh, give me cold shoulder. Hey. You know when they're mad, they talk real short. I'm like, babe, what's chicken? No. Hey. I say, I know this nigga ain't mad about no breakfast sandwich now. Now, come on now. So he being all short, ain't talking, walking around all quiet, dragging on big boots. I said, oh my God. Okay.
She lying on the dragging boots part because I don't even wear my boots in my house.
Yes, you do. When you about to go back out, yes, you do.
I wasn't about to go out.
Yes, you did. You left, man. Not even 15 minutes later, not 20 minutes later, you left.
I was in the room.
Okay. We're not going to argue about the story.
We're not arguing.
So,
I just want you to tell the facts.
This is the fact.
No. You talking about I was around here moping around.
You was moping around.
God.
He was moping.
Extra.
He was moping. He was moping. So, I said, you know what? I said, Jamie, come here, let me talk to you real quick. All right. All huffing and puffing. So I took him away from the kids. I was like, why are you acting like that? Acting like what? I said, over a sandwich. Or whatever. Over me fixing the sandwich like it's not that deep. Or whatever. He's talking about, that's not the point. That's not the point. You don't get it. I'm like, it's a sandwich. If you want to make it, you can do it for yourself. He was like, I mean, you said you were going to fix breakfast. I explained to him, well, I didn't fix breakfast because I didn't feel like it. I was already fixing the kids' lunch or whatever. And granted, y'all, this is my day off or whatever. So this joker, let me tell you, prepare yourself for what he says next. This joker say, well, it's the least you could do. That joker say, it's the least you could do. I'm gonna let y'all sit and stop lying, Jamie. Right.
You said that. Nobody.
So let's hear Jamie. No, that was mad. She said, he said, it sounds like me. He said, Jamie, let's hear your side then. Don't you want us to know he was feeling some type of way? He don't want us to know that he was feeling some type of way. Okay, and we're gonna hear Jamie's side. That joker said to me, y'all, that's the least you could do then. He said, that's the least you could do. Y'all, about 9 devils said, don't back on me. Because, baby, I was in the stove off on him. I said, that's the least I could do. What do you mean? He never could get around to what he meant. Or whatever. No, and then he tried to gaslight me, y'all. He started saying, you read too much to it. It ain't even mean nothing. It ain't even that. He tried to gaslight me by saying that. I was like, no, it means something. You don't say that without context or without content. You don't say that's the least you can do without content. So he kept saying to me, nah, it ain't even that deep. You thinking too much into it. Trying to be like I'm crazy, like I ain't just hear what he said. That he said when he said what he said.
Wait. Y'all hear what I got to say. Keep going.
He said what he said when he said it, and then he wanted to backpedal once he realized that he had jacked himself up. So I was like, you tried to gaslight me. So we just end the conversation because it was not going well. It was not being productive. We just went off our ways. We was not talking at all. I'm going to finish my part of the story. I'm going to let him go. Later on, he was at my mom's house doing something for her. He called me and was like making small talk. This is when I know he about to apologize.
I ain't making no small talk.
Ladies, don't men make small talk once they go off and realize
you did it yesterday. When you doing our head shake now, you all right?
I got to the point.
No, but it was small talk though. You ain't had small talk yesterday.
We can go to that situation too.
No, we ain't gotta go there. But did you have small talk yesterday?
I did. That's why you ain't come inside.
No. Did you have small talk yesterday?
I did not ask you why you didn't come inside.
All right, so don't try to make it seem like it's just men who be having small talk.
Oh my
Women
God.
do small talk too.
Oh my God.
Y'all will stop tearing us men down over the same stuff y'all be doing. Now get back to your story. And y'all do the same bull crap too. Go ahead. Y'all know I ain't lying. Keep going.
So what he said, so he was having small talk like men do when they're about to apologize. He said,
like men and women do.
Like men do. They do it all
and
the time.
Women.
So he says, yeah, I'm over here doing this thing for your mama. Yeah, you gonna come over here today and check on your mama. This talking. I'm like, I don't know, yeah, maybe.
But actually, I'll pause right there. It was an emergency going on over there. Swear. Y'all can call her. You can call her. I can call your mom right now.
She's on here.
Mom, comment in. And it was something important. And she said, did you talk to Laura? You need to talk to Laura because of XYZ. That's the only reason why I called in that moment, to see if you checked in with your mom. But keep going, though. She gonna tell you the whole story.
No.
She gonna make it seem like I'm the monster now. But go ahead. Keep going now.
Anybody said he was a monster.
Oh, boy, I swear.
So
I can't wait to tell my
He's
fault.
talking about, well, Lori, I want to say to you, I do apologize for earlier or whatever, and I didn't mean to come off that way or whatever, and I'm sorry. And that was it.
That's right. Mac said men and women. That's right, Mac. Men and you see that? No. You look in your phone to get the comment.
Got different ones, honey.
Look in your phone to get the comment. You want to get the comment on everything else? Get the comment on that. Get the comment on that. Pick your phone up and get your comment. You want to read everything else? Oh, you extra there. You extra there. Look at it. Yeah, Julius. Get the comment on that. Go and get the comment. You want to mess with me up here? Get the comment. Comment back on them.
They go Julius.
Dial back on them. How you dial on everything else? Read on in at it.
They go Julius Chanel.
Read on.
So I called my best friend to provide her this context and make sure, because we check in and make sure we ain't crazy. I'm like, did he just, and I didn't care about nothing else y'all he said. What I cared about.
Justin said, what's our signs again? I'm a Sagittarius.
I'm a Taurus. What I cared about is when he made that statement of, that's the least you could do. That's what flipped me out, because you do not say that without context behind it. And I immediately went to, okay, now you that's underlying other issues clearly that you're dealing with, or something that you need to say that you're not saying or whatever. But I'm letting him tell the side of the story. Go ahead, tell the side of the story.
So,
hold on, let's read this comment.
Okay, go ahead.
Us men be stressed the hell out at times, and we just want peace and quiet. We will be excited about something, and if we get let down, we shut down.
Oh, wow. We can close live now, y'all.
So Chanel said, "What did you mean, Jamie? LOL, we want to know." And Max said he was excited about that breakfast and ended up shutting down.
My God, let the church say amen.
Oh my God, he's so glad back on.
Let the church say amen.
Okay. Well, what did you mean then?
After I worked all these long hours, y'all, out in the cold.
Pause. First pause.
Okay, what's up?
Do I go to work every day?
No. I'm telling my story.
I'm just
you gave me room to tell my story now. Okay, tell your story. Did she, y'all? She gave me room to tell my story.
I'm just context.
No,
I'm not.
I didn't have no context in your stuff.
Yes, you did. You paused multiple times.
Okay, but you ain't paused.
Yes, I did. You saw the context of my mom. Let's see how you do.
Go ahead.
He could do it, but he won't let me.
I said what I said. I let her have it. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, I work every day, not doing regular school hours and after school.
Can I tell my story?
Now,
you work after school?
Duh. How many times I stay at the school? Okay. Shoot.
But anyway,
sure, laughing at us.
After I work all my long hours, if I can tell the story, can I continue, man?
Go ahead.
You sure?
See, now you trying to play me. Now you got a little girl, but you gonna piss me off.
What's that little? See, take it out of character.
No, you trying to be funny.
But anyway, after I work all these long hours,
oh my God,
running the company and running equipment and doing books and going to the bank and paying people and grinding it with their hands. And, y'all, it was cold too, cold and raining. After I work all them long, I think I did 20 hours that day. And
boy, you were gone for like 3 hours and came back home.
The day before. And I got up and she said, Jamie, I'm a cook breakfast. And I said, well, okay. And what I did was I took care of the kids. I let her lay down. I went out to go get some stuff for the house. And I said, babe, you still gonna do that? And she said, well, no, Jamie, you can come in and figure something to eat. And I said, okay, cool. It wasn't until after 3 minutes later, she called back and said, hey, do you want XYZ? I give you credit. You did say that. And I said, no, I'm fine. So I got to the house. And that was it. She had a nasty attitude with me. I mean, she was on the phone with her friend, Chanel Small, talking about me like I'm a dog. Talk about me like I'm a dog. But the moral of the story is, y'all, I did not know how to communicate what I needed in that moment. And in that moment, I should have said, instead of saying, that's the least you could do, I didn't know how to word that, baby. Can you honor me in this way?
The whole name Chanel. He tried to play me my friend.
Not gonna take you.
I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments. We missed some too. We got some up here.
But the point of the story is, I didn't know how to communicate what I needed in that moment. You know what I mean?
Right, because that was a level of intimacy for your active service.
Yeah, active service. I didn't know how to say that without coming off 1950s like.
It was given 1950s. It was given big male chauvinist.
Yeah, I mean, because I was raised around that too, so I had to separate that and bring it to now.
So Chanel says sometimes you gotta adapt to change and be mindful of your spouse's duties too. I agree. Sometimes when we see each other doing a lot, or we see your spouse doing a lot, sometimes we need to adapt to the moment. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we get in our routine of doing things. And I know I cook often. Mm-hmm. So my routine is, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to cook. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to cook. And sometimes before you had your dear sausage, this joker won't eat nothing unless I cook something. I want that Poochie got out there too, because Poochie do the same thing too. Could starve himself all day long. Yeah. And won't eat like, I'm just like, you're a grown person.
But I'm going to be honest with you. And I don't want y'all women to beat me up, right? I'm not going to say the word roles, because y'all will go crazy with that. But I do believe there's certain things that men take care of and handle in their household, and that women take care of and handle in their household.
I agree.
Now, You can ask someone who's been married 30 plus years. They don't trip out about, you know, well, you can ask someone who's been married for 30 years and what that woman's gonna say about that man. He provided for the household. He took care of them. He paid the bills. He did all of that. And the woman took care of the household. She took care of the kids. And she cooked.
But you look at those same relationships,
Mm-hmm.
the woman is mostly unhappy, and the marriage starts to end when the children leave because she has nothing else to do at all.
I know people now that's been married 30, 40 plus years.
I know, and they're unhappy. I know, too. And they're unhappy, or they're bored because they don't do anything at all. And sometimes that stuff gets old. Just because you were doing it, a lot of times women do things because it is more convenient for her to take care of the children,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. But that's back then. Like, I'm going to give an example. Uncle Joe and God rest her Aunt Hannah,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. She didn't work. So she cooked for him for breakfast, cooked for him for lunch,
Listen, y'all.
ironed his drawers.
I'm telling you, my aunt, I'm telling y'all.
Like, she did a lot of stuff.
She would literally iron my uncle drawers and bring the t-shirt and socks to the bathroom.
But guess what? She didn't work a job at all. At all.
I'm like, God, dog.
There was not a day she picked up.
And I mean,
but
and she cooked
she didn't work.
Sometimes 3-4 meals a day.
But think about this context too.
Mm-hmm.
She did not work an outside of the home job.
Which is true.
But being home with children and taking care of a household, it is a whole job.
It's right.
And sometimes it is mentally draining. If you can ask any stay-at-home mother, and I was a stay-at-home mama, I don't want to stay home with my kids. They got to get out of here. They got to go to school. Because mentally, I feel like I was losing my mind. Mm-hmm. I felt lonely. I felt like, dang, I ain't have no adult conversations at all. This children hollering and crazy or whatever. And I would find myself falling into depression. That's why I went back to work or whatever. But that's a job in itself. Yeah. Washing clothes in my house alone with all the people we got is a job. And I'm sick of
it. It is. Our thing is we let it go for too long.
Baby, too many of us in here.
You gotta do it every day, every other day. We're gonna make my water bill go higher.
Well, you pay the water bill, so I ain't worried about it. We got a couple of comments. His mind was set on that breakfast, and he felt let down. He felt some type of way. I am the same way. I can get how he felt. Communication is key. It isn't going to always be perfect, but it is important. Chanel said, or they have suppressed emotions and don't feel comfortable communicating because it's been a certain way for so long.
That's pretty good, Chanel.
Agree. And Taylor said, she said, I call it my 5 to 9. I go to a 9 to 5 and come home and start my 5 to 9. No lie. That junk is not a game at all. I don't think y'all realize too, as women that work, I work a job and I work with children all day. When I get home, what's the first thing my kids ask me? They don't even say, hey, mommy. Get what they say, Jamie.
Mommy, I love you. You are a woman of God. You are called into this now. You are favored. All of that. George.
I say, George. I'm hungry. They don't even speak to me in the morning. When I be like, good morning, baby. I eat. Can I get a good morning? But they see their daddy say good morning. They immediately go to me for their needs. So a lot of times when I come home and he could go around the room and turn on TV and chill, they bypass him to come to me. And it's overwhelming. Like sometimes I'm like, Jamie, go feed your kids. Go fix their food. I fuss because I'm overwhelmed. You get to come home and have a wind down time.
But just because the kids ain't calling on me or because I'm in the room or whatever, don't mean I'm winding down. How you know that I'm not dealing with other pressure that I'm not talking about too?
How you know I'm not?
But you're true. That's
what I'm saying. We got to both. Intimacy is considering each other too. Like Chanel said in that other post, sometimes we get used to certain duties, and we don't realize we have to change or adapt to those duties so we can provide really an active service or whatever.
Right.
We got another comment here.
Yeah. Justin said, self-awareness is my love language. We all have to be able to reflect and improve things within ourselves.
I definitely agree. You have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, what can I do better? A lot of times we spend time pointing the finger at our spouse, but like I said, what you're doing wrong, what you can be better on, instead of sometimes honing in on that thing that they are doing right and praising them so they can take some of that that extra courage and extra confidence and put it on the things that they need to work on. Chanel says, I don't mind doing certain duties, but I also don't want to fall apart if I can't legitimately perform those duties, especially if it's something that you can do. No lie. Like, I don't want to be to the point where I'm falling apart and you don't recognize. And I feel like a lot of times that happens in marriage. You're falling apart in your so-called duties, and then your spouse is not recognizing it at all. Or sometimes they're recognizing it, just ignoring it or whatever, and then you falling apart, and then now you got to blow up, and now that hurts your intimacy, the intimate moments, because by the time I ain't want to deal with you. You don't care about how I feel.
Now this may be far-fetched. I'm all for sharing, but some things I just, hear me now, I just expect for her to do, and I expect for her not to do. I don't expect for her to take out the trash.
Oh, I ain't gonna do that. Now, do I do it?
She does it.
When I see that he's busy, he going a million miles a minute.
Yeah.
I put that trash right out there, roll it to the road, and roll the can back when I get home.
Maintenance on the vehicles. I don't expect that. I don't.
Baby, I ain't even taking the car.
The tire flat outside. That ain't. You know what I mean? I don't expect that.
I don't know. Remember the last time I tried to put air in the tire and I broke the cap off the car.
Yeah, and so at the end of the day, my point is there is gonna be some times where you have to do give and take, and honestly, I have to work better on that because once again, the way I've been raised, it does kind of allow
bleed over.
Yeah, bleed over a little bit. You do as I say, not as I do type deal.
Yeah, I ain't do what nobody say but God. He already know I'm playing the games. He like for me to be a told woman. Ain't gonna happen.
Bet I don't want you to be a told woman.
Okay.
I love for you to have your own mind.
Well, I do have my own mind. Let me see here. Let's go to another question. Read Mac's comment real quick while I'm looking at this question.
You keep saying Mac.
I said Mac.
Oh. I think we all in life need counseling and therapy to talk to someone, which is true, who we can express ourselves to and learn a way to deal with and process the way we think. Absolutely, man.
This is a good one. It says, can you share a memorable moment when you felt deeply connected or intimate with your partner?
Yeah. Okay.
Share one.
Last week, when you showed me how to effectively have intimacy with you.
Oh, when I told you like what to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because ask this question in the chat, y'all. Is intimacy sex? Answer that.
I think it was
yes or no?
I think it was a few days after that, though.
Maybe. Is intimacy sex? Answer that question in the chat. Do y'all think intimacy is sex?
For me, it is one of my love languages.
Oh, Max said he thinks it's important for you to teach me certain things that men do. You never know what happened in life. It's good for one another to know the roles. I agree. Sometimes I may have to handle the finances, or I may have to go put air in the tire because I'm far and away. I want a case and B. I'm gonna just call AAA.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call AAA because I ain't getting out on the ground.
She ain't taking my diesel truck to the mechanic shop.
Okay, we got a no. He ain't gonna let me drive that truck good. So we got a no. We got it's a part of it. We got a no. We got it's a part of it, but not just sex. Okay.
Your mama said, I don't think it's about the background. It's about what you want your future to look like.
I agree. Okay, hold on. We got another comment right here.
So is it better to date someone that has a similar background, or the odds of it lasting better?
Justin, to answer your question, to date somebody with a similar background, I'm gonna say it doesn't matter. Because because we have completely different backgrounds,
was raised
two different ways or whatever, and we work this fine. This year we'll be married for 10 years, together 14 years. Sometimes what we have to do is work.
Sweat and tears.
You have to literally go in and work for a relationship, and like how you made the comment about being self-aware. You have to kind of check yourself and go back to childhood traumas and things you experienced in the past and deal with those things and be open and transparent. I feel like we all have pasts or whatever. There's a connotation like, if like I'm gonna give this example. If a woman had multiple partners, she a hoe. And if a woman lay down,
but y'all are both from South Carolina. So the culture is that same. Households different though.
Households and backgrounds, yeah.
Yeah, households.
I feel like black culture is prevalent in everywhere, but it may be a little different. I feel like I could go to Atlanta and live in Atlanta and fit in just fine. I can go to Texas and go to Texas black culture and fit in just fine, because there is some level of culture by being black that is universal, no matter where we go. My dialect may be different. Things they do up north, like North Carolina, not North Carolina, New York women, they may have a little harder exterior than a Southern woman. But there are certain things that we still can relate on by just being our blackness too, or whatever. So I feel like sometimes the culture does play effect, just like your childhood plays effect. A lot of times how somebody may be raised in the Bronx, and I'm just using a stereotype. I'm not saying this, I'm just using this as a stereotype. And they have a harder shell woman, a woman that's has a lot more masculine energy, or whatever the case may be, because they got that dialect, that twang, versus a Southern belle is taught to be submissive and, fix her husband food and bring it to her, and all that stuff like that. So they won't. It's different dialect, but it's all about what works in their household and their relationships. And I feel like you just have to be open to be able to receive and do things differently.
Got a comment from that.
I think it's about the atmosphere between the two. You can be feeling in touch with one another in a conversation at ease, and that could be intimacy. Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. You could be in a whole conversation and you feel a sense of release, like a relief or whatever. One thing I hate is when I'm dealing with people, and I'm not just talking about intimacy with marriage, because there's intimacy with other platonic relationships or whatever, with like our girlfriends and the people that we hang with. That's a level of intimacy. No, it's a level of vulnerability.
No, brother, we don't have intimacy.
You guys have vulnerability.
Yeah,
vulnerability.
I ain't being intimate.
It's well, I'll put it this way. I know you're not being intimate with boys. Calm down.
We ain't doing that.
Calm down. It's okay.
I'm a lover dog now.
That's what I'm saying. But it's a level of vulnerability. But vulnerability, you got to be vulnerable to have intimacy too. It's a level of vulnerability you have to have.
You might just need to flop the words around or something like that.
Make you feel the same?
Yeah, or make me feel gooey in the inside.
Oh my God.
But to go back on what Justin was saying, I was just talking to someone yesterday, and like Lori was saying, two different backgrounds. Our biggest thing was she was raised in a household a certain way. She was exposed to certain things in her household.
The boss. I was raised to be the boss.
And in my household, I was raised a certain way, and I saw certain things. So for the first few years, I was bringing how I was raised, and Laura was bringing how she was raised, and we were clashing. I'm bringing one household in, she's bringing another household in, and it's like three households in one house. And in reality, it should only be one. The one that you are creating.
It's Jesus Christ.
Basically.
To your household.
And creating something new.
But think about this. If we're bringing things that may have worked, but a lot of times has a lot of stuff that fester up in us that we have not healed from our childhood or things we went through, we're bringing generational curses together and trying to make them work. Like, that's it. You think they're not going to clash?
Yeah. And I mean, because the first time we argued, I was like, oh, this ain't it right here.
Because he's never seen his mom and dad argue.
I'm 34 years old, and I swear on my family, I've never seen my mom and dad argue.
I've never seen his dad angry, ever.
Never. I mean, never cursed. My dad ain't never cursed. The only cuss word he said, it started with an H and ended with an L.
Hell?
Yes.
That's not a cuss word.
Well, and I can't see it because my grandma may be on it. She'll get me. But they've never argued. I've never seen lights cut off, and I've never seen cars snatched. Now, that's not saying that they didn't have trying times. I'm not saying that, but I didn't see it. So when our cars got snatched, I said cars. I said cars. When our car got snatched, and when our lights got turned off, it was like, wait a minute.
What is it? And that's where those certain roles, not necessarily certain backgrounds, kicked in. Because I was raised by essentially a single mom. Mm-hmm. That my mom was a go-getter. Mm-hmm. Mama went out and get it, but my mama struggled. And unfortunately, we had front row seats to some of those struggles. But like I said on the last slide, man, my mama used to get rice and some fried bologna and eggs Before there was a breakfast little rice at Shoney's. She used to work at Shoney's. That breakfast rice they make, my mama used to make that
too.
or whatever. When my mama always had 2 cars. So one was snatched, she had another one. My mama had the lights off. Guess what? She went there and put that fire on, put the sheets up, and whatever my mama always
Your mom
did.
been in Girl Scouts.
Yeah, she been in Girl Scouts. She can make something. She can make a shake.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
when we did have hard times, there was times where I could not necessarily depend on him to know what to do because he never experienced it. So I had to jump in my masculine energy.
Wow.
And be like, okay,
That's new.
I've experienced this. I know how to get us out.
That's new.
I know what to do. I know how to go. I know how to make a meal. I know how that helped us.
That's new.
On some of our lowest points, but he didn't know how to deal with
That's
that
new.
or whatever. But I know one thing, when we were struggling, we had some of the best sex
bomb
I ever had in my life. Humping, it broke and just a humping.
lying slow. I mean, all of that.
Like it slow.
Like it slow.
Baby, when I said we were humping, broken humping, baby, because what else we couldn't pay the bills.
I can't tell you. I come home, she right on the floor. Ready? I'm like, God, dog, bro. I'm like, damn. These things broke all the time.
Too far.
I enjoy, Lord, please forgive me. I do not want to stay broke. I enjoy our life. Because we live a good life. But Lord Jesus.
Not stay broke.
14, 15, 16. Lord have us.
Max said her mom made stuff happen all on her own. I seen it for myself. That was a praying mother and raised them girls right. Definitely. Max know my mama.
So, Justice says, answer separately. What is one thing that is preventing women from having a successful relationship? And the same question for Jamie with the men.
Ooh. Justin, you hitting us with the questions tonight.
Questions now.
I love it. I feel like what's keeping women from having a sex, we're not ready. We a lot of us, I'm not gonna say all of us, a lot of us love to talk. It's easy for a woman. One thing you cannot do is out talk a woman. You just can't do it. It's easy for us to say that we have it together and we have this list of requirements and we want to live in this social media phase of soft girl season. But we can't provide a soft life for our own self. A lot of times we're seeking things that we're not ready. A lot of women go from man to man. We go from one relationship to the next and we do not heal properly. I feel like we try to require a lot, and a lot of us are superficial. A lot of us think our outside makeup makes the beauty that attracts a man to us or whatever. But your body ain't raising this man kids. Your mind is.
That's right. Absolutely.
Your body ain't catering to his future or speaking into his life. Your mouth and your heart is. So I feel like a lot of times we take other aspects of the world and put it on ourselves. Like that's why all these BBLs and breasts and weaves down our back. And ain't nothing wrong with it because I wear weave too. Ain't nothing wrong with makeup, I wear makeup, but I don't let it define me. A lot of times we take social media likes and let it define how beautiful we are. A lot of us are insecure, and a lot of us are dealing with a little girl that's inside of us that's been hurt, and we don't know how to deal with her. A lot of us can't look in the mirror and say that this is my flaw, and I'm insecure, and I need to deal with it. A lot of women cannot say that. And I feel like a lot of men can't say that either.
Yeah, I was gonna say Justin. I mean, Lori answered everything. I mean, I feel it's the same way for men, and a lot of women that I see, like just on social media or whatever, I feel like they all are chasing this lifestyle or this fairy tale that ain't real. Not all women, but I feel like a lot of them are chasing this lifestyle that ain't.
Well,
really,
based on men, what do you think men?
What
do you think why men can have a successful relationship?
That's tough because I don't want to put all men in the same category.
Well, I'm not putting all women. I said some. We're not talking about all. Because I mean, look at me. I'm successful.
I'm gonna have to go back to the trauma, the triggers, past trauma. You might have been raised. Some men may have been raised in a house where, one point I can speak for this for myself. I can speak for this. Certain things may have happened to you, at a childhood, like molestation, or you may saw abuse or whatever the case would be, and that could have you in a situation where it causes you to act out in a relationship and you run every good thing off. If that makes sense.
I can agree with that. I feel like that I'm going to speak. I want you to speak to women too. Why you feel like women can't um, keep relationships or even keep intimacy in relationship. I'm going to say this with men. I feel like sometimes with men, that because a lot of our men don't deal with their past traumas and heal, they bring that baggage to relationships. And we're all, the women, I'm just speaking from my point of view, we're always trying to encourage the little boy inside them or grow up the little person inside of them. When I'm coming to a relationship trying, I want a man or whatever, which hurts the intimacy in a relationship, because I felt like a lot of times when we had arguments or whatever, and it kept us from those moments where we could be loving on each other, was I was arguing with the little boy, the insecure little person inside of you. And I feel like vice versa or whatever. And I don't want to spend how long are we going to spend our whole life saying that I was raised like this and I was raised like that, and this is what's causing me not to do this or not to be this way.
Hey, check this out. I think a lot of men don't know how to love. Well, because when I was coming up, my uncles and my dad, we didn't say I love you like that.
Yeah.
It was more like,
Yeah, but look, from you not receiving love and it affected you, you require so much words of affirmation from me. That's why I felt like I was overwhelmed in giving it to you. Yeah. I was just like, okay, this may be your love language, and that's the type of intimacy for you. But I'm like overwhelmed, trying to overcompensate. Yeah. Like, why am I congratulating you for little stuff? Like, why do you feel like I would do it, and then you would be like, well, it's not enough. I'm giving you all I got. What do you want? But because it's an unhealed person, a little person inside of you, or whatever the case may be, it's like, dang, I cannot feel a void that only God can fill. Yeah. And a lot of times we're trying to make people feel voids that only God can fill. No. Or whatever. And you're putting that on the person, and it's unfair.
So Justin, just to answer your question, some of the past traumas and triggers, man.
Oh, my mama said, Lord, remember the flea market times? Listen.
Sure, we got flea market times
ourselves. Listen, we used to go to the flea market and sell.
We sold cans,
clothes,
swing sets, and everything.
All of that to make ends meet. But we did it, and we survived. And look at us now. My mama raised smart, beautiful black women that is go-getters. We go out here and get it no matter what. So shout out to my mom. I love you, girl.
Yeah,
what is it? POG.
Yeah, most of them.
Let's see. Oh, hey, First Lady. She said, I'm late. What did I miss? I know it's good. LOL. Brandon said, I'm here. The willingness to take flaws and all. I agree. To use answering Justin's question, I feel like we do. I feel like we're supposed to think our mate's supposed to come perfect. Nobody's gonna come perfect at all.
And when you feel it, and when I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like over a time too, sometimes you develop more flaws. Sometimes you develop things that you don't like as you grow up. Because we were together young, we still pretty young, but we grew up together. Literally, we had to figure it all out. So I feel like as I changed or whatever, there was a level of intimacy I required that I feel like he was not meeting, and vice versa or whatever. But I feel like sometimes it was hard to adapt because I said, okay, you were not this person before. Why you need all of this now? Why you requiring this right here now? Yeah. Or whatever the case may be. And it's not fair. You got to give your partner room to change. Grace. You got to give them grace.
And not only that, it's just really important that you grow with your spouse. Like you have those. I mean, for some it may be too much, or some it may not be, but you got to have either daily check-ins, weekly check-ins, or monthly check-ins.
Right.
And we were going years
without checking
in. We were going month to month, week to week, just doing all stuff. And I'm growing over here, she growing over there, and
but we ain't growing together.
They ain't growing together, and so now you require all this stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Who this woman is? I'm rich 24/7. I just found out about 2 years ago, Lori's ticklish. Oh, and for some it may be, childish or corny, but I'm like, well, dog, sis, what happened? We've been together for 14 years, and I'm just not finding out you're ticklish. So what I'm saying is, don't never become so common with your spouse till you stop growing with each other.
Right. or you stop seeing the needs of them at all. First Lady said growth in a marriage never stops. Needs can change too. Most definitely. It can always change. Mac had some comments on here. It says, I believe social media has screwed all of our heads up thinking we should be this way or that way. Instead of being yourself and just deal with trauma, deal with the childhood trauma, and be yourself again. Men don't want to go back to the childhood trauma either. And I think they have to be tough. They think they have to be tough all the time. They won't come in touch with their soft side. And the women have to try to heal that man. And it becomes a lot of work because she isn't healed herself. I agree 100%. I couldn't have said that better, man.
Yeah.
Like literally, we're in places where we're putting our unhealedness off on other people, and we're expecting that person to feel those words. Yes, they're going to be able to speak into you, encourage you, whatever. But it's some things that I just cannot do for Jamie at all, or whatever.
And for me, when we first got into this thing, because Lori said everything right at the beginning. I mean, she had all the words of affirmation, all the words of confirmation, and her words were spot on. I put her in a God position. She became my God.
Mm-hmm.
So things that I should be going to God about and praying about, I now pull on her, which is draining.
Right.
Because she ain't built for that.
I can't carry the weight of God.
I'm talking about going to her for all of my needs, all of my cares, casting all of my cares, all of my wants, all of my ideas. I mean, it just really, really crowding her. She became my God. And I had to step back and say, man, wait a minute, this ain't my God. You know what I mean? She ain't my God. She's my favor. She's my helpmate, but she ain't my God. And so that's one thing that I know that I made a mistake in at the beginning.
I like that. That was pretty good.
You like that?
I like that. Oh my God. Bernie said the holes from both individuals must be addressed individually and together. Individually of you and God, and together with God. Most definitely. You got to go to God outside of us. I'm going to say this. For your relationship to work in any capacity. You need to have a relationship with God, and that other person to have a separate relationship with God. You have to have your own individual walk with Christ so that you'll be able to come together. The Bible says, study to show thyself approved. My thing is, you can't come, me personally, God forbid we ever get a divorce, or I would be out here looking for a mate, because I probably would never get married again. I'm not doing it.
She lying, y'all.
I'm not doing it.
She have a nigga drive my truck. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that word. Ben, how nobody drive my truck out there?
But how, if we get a divorce, you're going to take your truck? I know you. You're going to let me stay with the
I'm leaving for Landon.
Well, you already told me you're going to take Landon.
Yeah, I'm going to take Landon. I ain't gonna lie.
And he going to leave the girls with me.
Landon gone.
We going to be in court fight for my baby. But you ain't taking my baby.
Landon ain't going with you?
Yes, he's going to be correct.
Anyways, we ain't going nowhere. Everybody staying put.
That's right. Unless you have to leave up out of here. And don't leave up out of here, please.
No, the devil.
Long life.
Long life, longevity.
All right, so last question of the night, guys. Let's go back up. Okay, in what ways do you create a safe and comfortable space for vulnerability? For vulnerability and openness in your relationship. So, in what ways do you create a safe and comfortable space for vulnerability and openness in your relationship? No divorce. Okay, no divorce whatsoever in Jesus' name. He ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere.
He can't. Listen, he tried to leave me. I'm going to pop up to his mama's house doing their new family dinners. Hey, y'all. I'll be just like that girl from what's called Byron and Jamie.
She didn't even want me at the church no more, first lady.
Yeah, I'm going to tell Bishop he can't play bass at the church. Find you another bass player. And every time I see one, I'm going to take some pliers and cut those strings off
the FBN group and all that.
That's right. I'm going to tell First Lady don't talk to him. I'm going to tell Max Jordan Kai don't talk to him. Tell Bishop don't talk to him. Don't talk to him.
It's the premeditated.
This is my church first. You going to find you. You going down to Beulah Baptist Church because you not taking my people.
See that? See? She already got it planned out, y'all.
He can't leave me. Baby, the only way out of here is death do us part.
Oh, God.
Glad you know. Just kidding.
Wow.
What ways do you create a safe, comfortable space of vulnerability and openness in our relationship? What ways do you?
But that goes back to what I was talking about with those weekly check-ins, those daily check-ins. And just really, really, because now I know that you desire intimacy or whatever the case may be
Right.
in a certain way. So I have to really, really dial back on my flesh and make sure that I'm hearing your heart. And for me, and I know I'm not going to answer your question in this, but I was at work about 3 weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, and I was working, and I really, really broke down in tears. And I don't know why I'm sharing this. I really broke down in tears because I was like, God, forgive me for not loving on Lori the way that you create me to love on her. Not the way I desire, but the way you call me to love on her. See, that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
I got to be who God has called me to be so you can grow. But anyways, let me answer your question.
That was good, Jamie. I want to say this to the ladies because sometimes I feel like, and I'm going to answer the question, will require a lot. And I feel like men require a lot too, but we require more when it comes to, don't be to the point where you are holding a person to such a expectation and the standard that you would not want them to hold you to. Like, I can't require, like how Jimmy said that, he was operating like he was my God. A lot of us are extremely needy. That we need like all the attention, all the time. Like this new wave of, okay, if you ain't text me back in 3 minutes, or you ain't text me back right immediately, and like calling all day. And sometimes the relationship is gonna warrant for you to be on the phone more or whatever. But don't stick somebody to the point where they got to text you back immediately. First of all, I feel like you got too much time on your hand. If you could text back and forth for hours on end, or stay on the phone for hours at a time, you ain't accomplishing nothing.
Jesus Christ.
And if you are, if you are, please tell me what you're doing. At all. You texting and talking like that all day long?
But Jordan don't talk. They don't talk on the phone anyway. They got new school stuff. They got new school.
They like to text.
They text all day long.
Oh, and I don't like that either.
My fingers ain't fast enough. I be talking on the phone. Hey Siri, text first. Hey Siri, call wifey. I don't text. I talk it.
Yo, he be hollering at the phone. I'm like, why you so loud? He can hear you.
Oh, Siri.
Look at Siri.
Oh.
Okay, cancel. He trying to call me because Siri and I be hollering for real. Yo, I lie to you not. This man be here screaming and hollering into this daggone thing. Or whatever. Now, you know who can text fast?
Who?
First lady. That joker, because she had no business. So she would text me and I can't go that fast.
She might be talking it.
First lady, you be talking it.
She be talking. She walk like she talking.
She talking.
She be talking.
My mama be talking it. She be hollering too. Tell Lord to bring me some sugar.
And the words be all bundled up and mixed up.
No periods, punctuation.
You ain't proofread that thing?
No, she didn't send it. Because she probably ended up doing
hair. And it'd be backwards. It'd be sugar, Lord, bring it. What?
That's all. But to answer the questions, one way that I am working on to create a safe space, like I try to be softer. Like last week, I rubbed his feet, y'all.
So go ahead.
I rubbed his feet. Mm-hmm. And I rubbed his head and his chin. I tried to be softer,
that for me is what I meant about honoring. I love that. When she did that, I said, "Well, darn, home, let me go out there and find more work." I'm telling y'all, women, I'm telling you, when you honor your husband, I mean, just like treat him like a king. That man will go get the moon and the sun.
I agree.
I promise you.
I honestly know there's nothing I can ask you for that you won't go try to get for me. And too, with the context of treating a man like a king, he has to be king worthy.
Come on.
Ain't nobody right here feeding nobody and rubbing no feet, no head, no nothing. They ain't doing nothing. They borrowing your car to smoke weed.
He has to bring a vision to
street, okay?
He has to bring a vision so you can submit to something.
That's absolutely insane. But like I said, one thing I've been doing is trying to, because I know your love languages, trying to hone in on those love languages. So I can say, you know what, I want him to feel loved. I want him to feel that I appreciate him. So I'm like, okay, I know physical touch is one of his things. So let me create this space where when we put these kids in bed, come here and lay on me real quick. Even if it's just right before we go to sleep, but doing something, try to be intentional about every day doing something to put a smile on his face. So that's how I'm trying to create this space or the vulnerability from him to have intimacy. I want to share a game with you all. Now, the game is
the grandma talking, bring me some sugar.
Right, grandma. The game is it's about intimacy, the least here, and I need to copyright this game. It's probably already out here. So, The game was I was trying to find ways for me and Jamie to kind of.
First lady said, "No, I'm texting. Don't come from me. I don't do feet."
First lady, you already know I talk my text and I don't check it. She sure don't. But the game, what we did was I was trying to get up like kind of put our spice after I had our babies, and then we got a hotel, and we did in our last apartment.
Took them cards.
No, I got a crayon, empty crayon box with the little and I wrote on the papers and put it in there.
And you had to pick one?
Uh-huh.
Woo! Whoa!
So
I forgot we was live.
Yes, it was a
Oh
my
y'all ain't
God.
see me shaking my leg.
Yes, it should
Oh Lord, y'all saw me shake my leg. Ow!
So
Can we go back and edit that?
No, we cannot.
Oh my God!
I'm actually gonna take that part.
I can't believe I shook my legs on live.
So what happened was I created a game.
Oh my God!
I got a pencil box, so you can get a Ziploc bag.
I just want to end the live.
You sure?
God, dog.
And I got like 20 pieces of paper. I wrote on the paper, kiss, some other acts, hug, take a sip of wine, remove the piece of clothing, or what. And the objective was to have some type of self-control.
I ain't had none.
Even struggling, Doc.
Put me in, coach. Put me in right now.
But the objective was to refrain from having sex with your
I
partner.
ain't refraining from nothing.
Until the box was empty. Until the box of different intimacy things. So it could have been like, say something sweet to your spouse, or tell them how much you love them more. It was like 20 different things, which involved like you would kiss your spouse, or your spouse would remove a piece of clothes.
It's a setup,
whatever.
bro.
It's not a setup.
It's a setup. Talking about a game of intimacy. It's a setup.
It's a setup.
It
worked though.
It's a setup.
But the objective was to get through the box. Like I said, it was like 25 things in the box or the Ziploc bag.
We got to do 3 of them.
Were those? No, we didn't. We actually got through all of them the second time around. The second time.
Oh, I'm about to say.
The first time around, we was like 3 and it was over. But the second time around, we actually did practice self-control. And of course, at the end, you have, we're going to say this.
You go to church.
You go to church. You take me to the king. Or whatever.
Shout.
The objective was.
You go shout at the end.
Yes, you do a praise break.
You praise break.
But the objective was.
And you might become a holy roller.
A holy roller.
A holy roller.
You do the things of intimacy to refrain yourself from having sex until the end. A lot of times we come with the preconceived notions that I'm gonna be intimate just so I can have sex, and sometimes it's just a level of self-control or whatever. You got some comments on this daggone thing.
Oh, so when James stopped listening to all that live music.
Let's see.
Hey, you remember?
Oh, that love music. Oh my God.
You remember we went to when we went? I'm gonna tell your mama so what are the Bishop Campbell? And I had my playlist on. She said, "Jamie, don't roll with you now. Turn all this love making music off."
Y'all, his playlist is disgusting. I'm like, what are you listening to? And I know when I get in the car, he starts playing that foolishness. I said, you know what? Anybody got time for this foolishness?
Ooh.
But I urge you to try the game with your spouse.
Listen, y'all. I ain't playing no Kurt Franklin in my bedroom.
Please don't play no Kurt Franklin.
I'm not playing no Kurt.
Stomp. Everybody say stomp.
Nah,
Give me a kiss, baby. Stomp.
I ain't want no Fred Hammond. I ain't want to be crying in worship or none of that.
We can't say here's my worship.
No, I ain't got no here. I got something here for you, but ain't no worship. Come on. I got something for you, but ain't no worship.
Oh my God.
Huh? Talk to me now.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh,
I want some R. Kelly. Seems like you're ready.
oh my God. We don't want R. Kelly. R. Kelly's, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, but listen, some of them church people we be listening to just
they like
R.
Kelly. First, let's say, Jamie, it's always harder for me. A real man don't need all that a woman needs.
Come on, First Lady.
Yeah, most definitely.
All I need is the wind to blow. All right.
Oh my God.
Huh? Talk to me now.
They don't care how you look. You could be looking so busted.
Bonnet and all.
Bonnet, granny dress.
Look at crust in your eye. I can't. Morning breath. You got to talk to me. Turn your head.
How you turn the head?
Carry your head. I got a pillow if you need it.
Tell my don't win.
I'm good. I'm 34.
Oh my God.
Huh?
Oh my God. The children are in the back finna lose their mind. Like, oh my God.
Hey, we grown.
Well, we are going to end this live on this note. For Jay to get all riled up.
Too late. You try to talk about that box. Made my leg shake. I forgot about that box. That's back in what, 2000 and what?
Ooh.
And she had the nerves to have wine, some old Walmart wine. It ain't been the best tasting wine, but it was from Walmart, but it worked.
Stella Rose had been out yet.
Yeah, Stella Rose had been out.
My mama said, Lord, you could be sick. Yes, I can be sick as a dog.
What the word say? Your body is not yours no more. It belongs. Come on.
Oh my God. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all this and I'm going off here. I had the stomach virus, y'all. Throwing up, both of this is horrible. This joker still wanted to be together.
Uh-huh.
Well, Candy, he still wanted to have sex.
Uh-huh.
Throwing up and all.
That's right.
He gonna tell me, well, your stomach ain't hurt that bad. You all right.
Mm-hmm.
You all right. You can take it. You all right. Because you need to get his little rocks off.
That's right.
He got his little rocks off. Tell him what happened.
What happened?
Tell him what happened when you came back from work. He got sick.
That ain't been that time.
Yes, it was. That was the first time.
That was not the first time.
You did it.
You talking when we was in Colombia and you had to hold your jaw like this right here?
No.
She had two baseballs on her mouth. You had two baseballs.
Y'all, I had an abscess.
She had to hold her jaw like this.
I had an abscess. Oh my God. And the abscess had burst and it had my lip noise.
I feel bad about it now.
My lip noise was so big. It was like I had a whole nother face down there. And somebody did not care. I ended up in ICU maybe, a week later.
First they say TMI.
Look, the kid said cut.
First they say TMI.
So, yes, my mama is right. He don't care. And we're praying for him. Stretch your hands toward him right now, y'all. Father, in the name of
Allow me to go long and strong tonight.
All right. Name. Have a nice night. Thank you so much for tuning in to Perfect Space. We love you guys so much. Jordan, please push that button. Please push the button.
Love y'all.
Push it.
Peace.
Okay, you know you got to move the thing.